Now, one of Nigeria's presidential candidates says he will make the country secure, prosperous, and more united. In an exclusive interview with Voice of Nigeria, Major Hamza Al-Mustafa, retired, the presidential candidate of the Action Alliance AA, says his years of military experience, particularly as Chief Security Officer to former Head of State General Sani Abacha, as well as dealing with the complexities of Nigeria's heterogeneous composition, set him out as the right man for the job.
Coming to the military was actually an inspiration I got from some certain leaders that I thought were doing what was expected of them. So the idea of becoming or coming to the military through Nigerian Defense Academy came into my mind towards the end of my graduation from secondary school. My career was designed not to get to the peak of its own ladder, and I took it as destiny. The experiences we have garnered from professional services we rendered, that speaks for itself, down to the persecutory stages or phases that I went through, culminating into where I am today. And then looking at the country and the yearnings and calls by old and young, north and south, Muslims and Christians, men and women all across Nigeria and those in diaspora, tells me a lot more to come into politics. Another advantage I've had is the fact that from 1984 to date, we found ourselves into youth activism, into promoting peace, unity and security in Nigeria. The peculiar problems confronting Nigeria in the face are very well known. The first in order of priority is security. You have to secure the country before you do any other thing. Securing Nigeria is a fundamental issue. And second is also power in laying the foundation for restoration of Nigeria's hope and rekindling activities that will give way for economic growth. And third is the issue of Nigeria's relevancy in international scene. And four is agriculture. And five is curtailment of waste. And six is also the issue of dirty oil politics at home and abroad and its containment. Once you do this, you have laid the first layer of foundation that will bring Nigeria back on her feet. And to our understanding is there are many people who are aspiring to provide leadership to Nigeria, but they have not sat down to look at the true state of Nigeria. And it is only when you do that you can sequentially and systematically provide leadership with ease to the country. Nigeria has a peculiar case and many people don't seem to know, including those in service right now. Now, looking at the military role and looking at the Joint Intelligence Bureau of Nigeria, and looking on the other hand, the roles of paramilitary in providing Nigeria's security is not enough. From the looming and then the seeming threats enveloping Nigeria, we have not sat down to look at when it was developed and what was this interest at home and abroad that is actually promoting the envelopment of the total problems engulfing Nigeria today. We seem to take it too light as one of those lighter things, but we do not look at the major interest, immediate and strategic interest they have in Nigeria's wealth. It is the wealth of this country and that we are endowed with by God Almighty is the focal point, is the center of attraction by those destroying Nigeria. If you like, put as much money as you like it to govern Nigeria, nothing will work until the right thing is done. So the threat facing Nigeria and the routine rules of the military and paramilitary and the Joint Intelligence Bureau of Nigeria will not give you the desired results. Rather, we have a package that is what Nigeria requires. There are some additional approaches, kinetic and non-kinetic approaches at home and abroad, and then there are some certain major steps you have to take in adjustments of the law, in creating new bills, in creating some new adjustments in our constitution, and then injecting a new doctrine governing the military, paramilitary, and governing also your own Joint Intelligence Bureau of the country, so that they can now contain what is here and what is ahead of us. And finally, is the employment of the latest technological support in enhancement of physical security and covert and overt security in Nigeria. So security alone is an aspect, But there are other kinetic and non-kinetic approaches we have to be seen to consider, take an investment with speed. God willing, you can never ever find me among those who will compromise the provisions of the oath of office he has taken with me. It can never happen. You can go to sleep if we have responsibility. And that's what Nigeria is looking for from the citizenry today, to get Nigeria adjusted to be counted among the first best 10.
Surely all eyes will remain focused on Nigeria as the political season continues to unfold. You can get all the latest happenings on Nigeria's